We're Kelly and Kevin. Recently we bought a car in Ohio and we were taking a 2-week road trip to drive it back to California. In this video we are exploring South Dakota and all of the best things to see on a South Dakota road trip.
Hello happy travelers, welcome to a very warm South Dakota. So last night we crossed over from Minnesota into South Dakota and we plan on crossing as much of the state today as we can. We've driven about 75 miles west of Sioux Falls to the town of Mitchell because we saw signs for the world's only corn palace. Of course we had to stop and see the world's only corn palace because it's the only one in the world.
We've seen a ton of corn in South Dakota already, so it makes sense that they made a whole palace. The outside of this building is decorated with real corn, and every year they redo all of the murals on the front. It costs $130,000 to put all the new corn up. They cut them and nail them and get different shades and design it all. It's pretty crazy. Inside they actually have a basketball court, and when we went in to take a look, we came across a pedal-powered tractor pull for little kids. Today is Labor Day, and that's the big event in town. I'm really happy we stopped. When are you gonna ever come across the pedal tractor pull at the Corn Palace in the middle of South Dakota?
Is that the corniest thing you've seen on this trip so far?
It's definitely the corniest, but the trip isn't over yet, so there's still a chance it could get cornier.
I doubt it. We just made it to Chamberlain, South Dakota, which is just on the east side of the Missouri River. We stopped at a rest area where they have a huge statue of a female Native American. It's called Dignity. It's dedicated to all the different tribes that call South Dakota home, and it's dedicated to those that have been displaced. It's really beautiful, actually. Definitely worth a stop.
So we made it to Wall, South Dakota last night, but we are on our way now to go see Badlands National Park, which is only about 10 minutes away from Wall. But before we do that, we have to stop by Wall Drug. For the last 400 miles or so, we have seen signs for Wall Drug.
I bet you there's 100 plus Wall Drug signs.
They have free ice water and homemade pies and 5-cent coffee, so...
And dinosaurs. They've made it into this big tourist trap, and we have to go see it because that's what we're doing on this road trip.
Yeah, we're seeing all the weird stuff. Yeah. To Wall Drug we go.
Call themselves a drugstore. It's really like a shopping mall. You come in and there's all these different stores. There's a place where you can buy rocks and crystals. This is a regular souvenir store, a boots and moccasins store, western wear. There's also a cafe.
There's rooms upon rooms of anything you could possibly want. Bunch of jackalope heads. They have a real big thing about jackalopes in this town. I'm not really sure why. Of course, we had to go and get some of the 5-cent coffee. Out back, there's a couple different areas with some really funny photo opportunities. Wall Drug, definitely a must stop.
If you like the tourist trap type of thing. If not, this probably is not for you. It definitely is kitschy. Another win for the America the Beautiful Pass. It would have been $30 for us today to get in. But since we have the pass, it was $0. And we just entered Badlands National Park and we are already coming across a bunch of bison and a ton of prairie dogs. They're so cute.
There's another one right there.
We are in our vehicle. As a reminder, if you come across wildlife, do not get out of your vehicle and stay a long distance away from them. That is very important. Especially with bison, they will hurt you. We found out that the haze is from wildfires up in Canada, so the visibility is terrible today, unfortunately, but we're still seeing some cool things. Still nice to be here in a new national park.
the colors in the hills is just incredible. I can't even imagine what it would look like if it wasn't hazy right now. There's a loop road that takes about an hour and 15 minutes to drive without stops. So that's our plan, to kind of just go along and see as many of the scenic viewpoints as we can.
So the visibility far away isn't great. We can't really see a lot of stuff from like the viewpoints, but the stuff up close looks really great because the light is very kind of filtered by the smoke. So it's still really cool. We're having a great experience. We can't come to a national park without doing a little hike, so we've decided to go on the Notch Trail, which online says is the most thrilling trail in Badlands. It's just 1.5 miles out and back. Says it's pretty easy, so we'll see. And luckily it is like 40 degrees cooler than it was yesterday, so we shouldn't get too hot. Because I would not be doing this hike if it were yesterday's weather.
Yeah, 100 degrees? Hell no.
Nope.
After hiking for less than 10 minutes, we've come to the section of the hike that has the ladder that'll take you up to the ridge line. And it looks a little steeper than it did online, not gonna lie.
That was fun. We have to go back down it in a few minutes. That might be less fun. It's a nice vantage point from up here.
Yeah, super pretty, especially this time of day. And now the trail goes over along that ridge line.
Well, we made it to the Notch, and it is a spectacular view, at least what we can see of it. If it were clear, it would be even better, but it's still pretty nice. The light right now, we're about an hour before sunset. Light's pretty nice.
Pretty easy hike, really.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Aside from the ladder, not very much uphill, so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it in the summer though. No shade.
No, no shade.
Yeah. Welcome back to day whatever and state whatever of our road trip. So we're still in South Dakota. This is the longest we've spent in any of the states just because we've never been here before. There's a lot to check out actually. Today is Custer State Park, which is in the southwestern part of the state, and I've heard that it rivals a lot of national parks. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time here. We don't have a ton of time because we have to check into our glamping situation later on today. As always, we're stopping by the visitor center to see what they recommend. So we've made our decision. We are going to drive the Needles Highway, which looks very cool.
They also have a scenic wildlife loop, which looks really cool too, but the Needles Highway looks cooler.
Just kidding. I still really want to go on the wildlife loop, but just for timing's sake, it's not going to work out today.
We just caught a view of the Needles, which are the crazy jagged mountains that this highway is named after. And I think we're about to drive right into that area, which is gonna be really, really cool.
It's pretty impressive scenery. I like it a lot, and the visibility is much better here than it was Badlands yesterday.
After about 15 or 20 minutes on the Needles Highway, we came across our first one-way tunnel.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're good. I want to screw up the new car.
I think there's a few of them on this route. So if you have a big vehicle, probably not gonna be able to go this way.
I definitely see why people say that it rivals national parks because the scenery is very beautiful. Yeah, it's insane. The Needles Highway is very narrow and windy, so it's a little treacherous, but it's fun to drive.
We are now coming up to the second tunnel on the Needles Highway. Needles Eye Tunnel, and it is only 8 feet wide and 9 foot 9 inches tall. You're good. Oh man. Wow. Little tight. Getting big. Keep going. Man, it's a freaking party out here, huh?
We're nearing the end of Needles Highway. We've come to Sylvan Lake, and it is really pretty. Little general store here with souvenirs and snacks and stuff. I like it here a lot. And it's so great that it's clear and not super smoky.
So I just realized this is totally where they filmed the end of National Treasure 2. Right over there.
I still don't see anything that looks like a noble bird.
We have to look for the proud eagle under the cloudless rain.
The entrance shall only be revealed under a cloudless rain.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what it is.
It's pretty close. Yeah, totally. Right over there. That's definitely where the end was. We're staying in a really cool hotel right by Mount Rushmore tonight. So I think that's going to be it for this video.
We hope you enjoyed our adventures through South Dakota, because we sure did. This is my first time ever in the state, and it's been crazy. We've seen a lot, but we're going to see even more.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are making videos of our entire road trip to California over the next 2 weeks.
If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. This is Callie and Kevin from the Awkward Tourists.
Peace out.
So right now we are in South Dakota, just outside of Mount Rushmore.
We're staying at Under Canvas, which is a really awesome hotel that you actually do luxury camping in canvas tents.
So of corn we had to stop.
Of corn?
Yeah. You ruined my joke, man.
Did that really just happen?
It's made for that.
Wow. New car for the win. Killing it. We don't even need a tripod. It just sits right here.
Sits right there on
It's perfect. Oh my god. This morning it was a little... This morning it was a little...
My pink shoes give me power.
We're staying the night in a really cool hotel that is... We're staying